Hey guys, this is Scott, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Escape Art by Scott. Today is the 12th of June, 2023, and this will be my 90th video. Starting to get up there now with my videos. I have quite a ways to go yet, but you know, I'm working on it. So, and again, guys, subscribe to that channel for me, you know, and hit that old like button, and you know, and share the video for me. That will help me out tremendously. But anyway, let's get going here. I believe, as you see here, it's a black canvas here. I believe it is a 12 by 24 canvas here, and so let's get going. Got some Prussian blue, very little sky. I'm going to put up in this one. Very little sky. I'm going to show you what you can do on a black canvas here with these skies. Prussian blue, you just come right up in here and just drop it in, something like that. And before that paint dries, I already have me some white paint. Let's start lightening this up. You got your dark color here, your blue, you barely see it, right? And once you put this white on there, it just pops out. And I need a little bit more white than I need. It's alright, just wipe it off. Just come right up in here. And just let these things happen. Just let it happen. Something like that. Before I trip over this easel. Another dry brush right here. I'm just going to start blending this. And you can turn a black canvas into a kind of like a day scene here. And something just like that. And I might come over here and check a little bit more. I kind of like that little scene right here. Just maybe a few little clouds or something right through there. And come just like that. Now that's all I'm going to do for a sky. That is it. So because I'm going to come in here, I'm going to have me a little waterfall. You know, coming down and big rocks, big old stones. There's going to be waterfalls and lots of trees, and coming down here and maybe another waterfall, some more rocks, stones. Somewhere in here I'm going to have a big old boulder. You know, let me just get on with this painting. Let's just see how this turns out, because lots of times, now I'll work on this painting for a few days in my mind, then I go paint. But as I step back, as I do, and take a look-see at it, you know, just things I see, and I'll change things up, and you know, that's the way I paint. But anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, I got me a little blue and black on my brush, wiped out most of it, mainly it just stained. The brush is just stained with paint, hardly any paint at all. I think I like to put some trees back in here. All you gotta do is scrub these little trees in here. I really wanted something back here for some background. All you gotta do is just scrub it in there. See, I kind of want to leave this open here, a little open. Too far away for detail. Way too far away. Now you gotta do is just scrub it. Maybe something right in here. Kind of leave that little area open though. There. And that's simple. You got some background material, some background trees right here. Alright? Just wanted to show you that. Alright, about to put my first waterfall in here. And I'm gonna come up in here. I just basically I made a kind of, what do you call it, you know, a dirty white. I just added a little blue to it, and I just wanted to, you know, plain white would be too white, so I need it a little bit darker. So I put a little blue. Now you gotta do is just tap it, get a little line, and just come straight down. And it's okay if you want to make this a little bigger than what you need. Alright? Something like that. And me a nice little dry brush here, and I just want to smooth this out. Alright, I made me some gray color, and let's start putting it in a stone right here. Already a stone. Right about in here. Nice little stone. One up in here. Right. Maybe come get a little bit more paint. Touch it and then just come down. Very lightly. Right. Maybe this stone coming like this here. Of course, I'm going to come back with these stones and put a little detail in them. That one, still too far away. Still, this is going to be like a mountain, you know, and you're way down here and you're looking up at this mountain, you know, you got the old sun. Maybe this is a sunset. And the sun is setting behind all this, okay? Let's see right here. There's a big slab right here. I want to cut the camera off. I'm just adding me a few more. Alright? And then as I'm working down here, I'll get bigger and bigger. But I'll turn the camera back on. But I just want to work on this a little bit. Be right back. Alright. As all this is drying, I'm going to come right up in here. Got me some green paint. Come right up in here. Let's start putting in some grass. All you got to do is just tap. Just like that. Put it up here. You got a little grassy area up there, right? All right. Before we get too carried away here, let's start putting in some trees here. And just got a little brush here. Knock off the excess, and just tap in some leaves up here. I'm starting to move away from this source of light, so I just got me some plain old sap green. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to come in here a little later and fill these in with some tree trunks. It might not look right now, but it will, hopefully. Again, I'm just bringing this. This is straight from my thoughts on canvas. I don't look at no patterns. I don't look at no design. There's no tracing here. So just thought I'd throw that in there. That one. There'll be, you know, at least some dark areas open up here. Alright. Now I got me a little liner brush. Let's start making some trees here. You don't gotta be too technical with this here, because you know all this water. You know, of course we're going to have mist, so I'm going to have a lot of mist right through here. So I ain't going to be too crazy about these tree trunks because you ain't going to see a good many of them anyway. So why bother? I just don't see putting in a bunch of junk in the painting and you ain't going to end up seeing it anyway. Don't make no sense. There's a whole bunch of them. You don't know where they're going, to what tree or nothing. There it is. Alright. Alright, I just got me some dark color. Let's start working on these little stones up here. Let's just start putting in just a little detail on the stones. The filbert brush I got is a little bit too big for that, so I'm stopping. I'm gonna go and get me another brush. And that's another, key thing when you're doing something and you know something just ain't right. Stop. It ain't gonna fix itself. Change it. All right. All right. Got my little brush now. And this time, let's get to work here. Just wherever you think. It's good to wipe off the excess on your brush, but when you're coming up in there painting, you can take your finger and do something like that. Just add a little detail. See, a brush won't do that. The finger. But a brush, if the brush is on the brush, it just bend. The finger ain't gonna bend. Come right up in here. Maybe, if you get something a little bit too dark, just take your finger, it'll go away. There. And I'm just going to continue doing this in my rock area, alright? So, I'll be right back. I'm going to start putting in the mist now. I just got me a little white, a little blue, mixed it. And make sure, you get all the, the excess off, okay? Most important, make sure all this up here is dry. And you just come right in here. Just put all this little steam, mist, cloud, whatever you want to call it. And just go right over whatever's here, just act like it's not even there. You got the idea, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera off. See how much better the rocks look now with that mist over it? Very nice. All right, be right back. Now this is where you can come out and pick what waterfall. I'm going to start out with this one right here. And this is more cleaner white, not as dirty. And you're going to come right in here and just tap. Alright, and then come right straight down. They just bring that little waterfall a little closer to us. This one right here. Ever so light, just grazing the canvas here. There. Alright. This looks like a little nice little area right here for another tree, you know, that's coming through the mist. So I'm just going to come in here and put some color right here, some leaves. Not that much, not that much. Just a little tree right there. Right. Right down here. I think now we're getting a little closer now, so we can start seeing some water coming out of here. And again, this is phthalo blue. Right. And I got me some white paint here. Here it comes. And it's gonna come right here and let's fall. That is. Again, we're gonna tap. Bring it straight down. You know, the tapping, I believe, you know, at a waterfall, I'm not an expert at no waterfalls now, but at the very top of that waterfall, right before, you know, there's a lot of foam, a lot of action going on. So that's why, you know, you probably need to tap it. Get a little line of paint. There's that is. Alright. Alright guys, I'm back. Got my camera charged up again. And so let's continue on with some little painting here. And got me some, I'm going to put a boulder of some kind right through here, right in front of that waterfall. And I'm going to use my palette knife here. And somewhere, wherever, just drop it in. Something like this. And it comes around here. Maybe it comes up and back down again. Who knows? I don't know. Like that, and have it come down right about there. The bottom of that boulder here, have it kind of curved. Something like that. Just right in front of that waterfall. This is going to push that waterfall in the back. I mean, look how many levels we got here. We got the sky, got a little grassy, and the waterfalls, and you know the rides. How many levels? And that's the key, you know, to some your landscapes. How much distance can you put into your canvas here, into your painting? All right, there's that. All right. Guys, I'm going to let this rock right here dry a little bit more. But right now I'm going to put a little water fresh right here, some Prussian blue. Right here where the waterfall ends. It's right here. Then I'm gonna go right into some phthalo green, maybe right here on the sides, somewhere. Right. Then lightly, very lightly now with some white. Barely touch it. Alright. You can use the same brush, might as well. And just come right across. And you'll have your little lake right here, little pond, whatever. Alright, let's come in and let's start highlighting this stone here. Just a little. Little rocks here and there throughout the big old boulder. Little cracks. Here and there. Alright. I'm going to continue highlighting that boulder and I'll be right back. Right here where this water is, I think I'm going to put this little grassy area right through here. A little bit of grass. Yep. Not too much here. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to put in some trees right through here. First, of course, the little leaves here. I think I'm going to darken that up a little bit. Alright, back in business. Yeah, that's much better. A little darker right through here. You know, I did, black canvas here, even this dark green, shows up pretty well. Pretty well on this little dark canvas. Now, see me go in the front of this waterfall. Most important, go right in front of that waterfall. Yep. All that will do is just push it even further back. Keep pushing things back. All kind of things back in here. Bushes, trees, whatever. Again, leaving some dark areas open. That will give your tree, distance through the tree. Yep. Let's come on this side. Do this here. Right in front of that waterfall. You guys got the idea about this, about me putting these trees? I'm going to cut the camera off. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, and I'll be right back. I got all that covered in with some sap green. Now it's time to come back. Now I'll come back with a highlight. Let's highlight some of these trees right here. Not too much highlight. Ooh. Just here and there. Over here, let's get some of this. See, what am I doing here? I'm letting all the brush do all these little leaves for me. I ain't fighting with it. I ain't arguing with it. letting it happen. All these things will happen. Right here. A lot of this is in shadow. Also, guys, keep in mind, all this water, I'm going to have a lot of mist coming up too also. So, I ain't going to fuss about this too much. You ain't going to be able to see a whole lot of it. Right down here, maybe got some bushes down here. Yeah, this is where, your highlight, this is where you're going to shape your bush, your tree, or whatever. Again, as you're painting and you're seeing that there's no paint coming, reload that brush. Now, I'd like to share a little story with you. A couple weeks ago, doggone, I hit a tree with I got a Toyota Tundra, hit a deer with it. Seeing it blowing my horn and everything. It was at night. The deer had to see me, and all it had to do was just stay and mind its own business, but it jumped right out in front. There's nothing I can do. Well, that deer is not going to bother anybody else, I tell you that. It will not bother nobody else. These hunters that go out and kill these deer, they brag about it, they want to go and they kill and they cut their head off, and they go and mount it on that wall like they did something. They had to be one of the most dumbest animals ever. Because all I had to do was just stay where it was at, and it would be still alive today. No, they had to jump right up in front of me. Well, they had a bad night that night. Bad night. There that is. Alright. Alright, I got the gold script liner brush. Let's start putting in little twigs here and there. Little tree branches, whatnot. All through these little areas. Wherever you think tree branch needs to go, that's where it needs to go. Load back up. Right down here somewhere. Something like that. Let's come over here and do this side now. Again, I'm not going to go crazy about this because, like I said, I'm going to have, some mist coming. I think that's all about what I'm going to do right now with the tree branches and everything. And now I'm about to put the mist in. Be right back. Just like right here. I got my water here. But my waterfall is about an inch or so above that. I was going to have that water going all the way back here, but, I'm going to put in mist. So why put that water going all the way back here to the waterfall you know, if I want to put in some mist. So it doesn't make no sense, so I don't do it. Wipe off the excess. This should be kind of dry effect here. The paint's almost dried out into the brush. Make sure that all of this is nice and dry up here. Yep. Right. Let all excess off. Reload. Now, guys, you know, hey, you're following along. You know, this is just an idea. This is how to do things my way. Many ways of doing it. Okay? But, you know, if you know all these waterfalls, don't put them in. You know, you don't want that big stone going across in front of your waterfall. Don't do it. Don't do it. Through here, maybe somewhere through here, and here. Kind of miss right through there. Now this is another way, you know, there's something that I don't like about that stone. You know, if I put it in my trees and bushes and that don't cover it up, you know, the mist will, right? Mist will. It'll do it. It'll cover up any mistake. I'm almost done. Almost done. Little floaters right through here somewhere. Alright, I'm going to step back and look at it, see what I need. I'll be right back. I think I kind of like this the way it is right here. So I'm going to come right through here. And this is putting this just little water movements. As long as they're straight, try to get them straight as you can. Hey guys, alright, I'm going to call this one here finished. Hope you enjoyed this one. You know, I might come back a little later on and add a few things or whatever, but you got the majority of the painting. Again, I'm Scott, and this is my YouTube channel, Escape Art by Scott. I appreciate all you that's watching me. And again, keep subscribing to that channel and hit that like button and share that video for me. And I guess until next time, you guys take care. I'll be right back with another painting very shortly. So come back and see me.